So if you've finalized an exchange and you're wondering what to do now, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to share my 5 tips for prepping your house for your first home exchange and one little bonus tip at the end. Let's jump right in. The first thing everyone's concerned about when they do a home exchange is their valuables, what to do with them, where to put them. My advice, if you have an extra room or a basement, we use our office, put a lock on that door and stash any valuables or anything breakable in there. It's totally fine to do. It's not offensive to the guests. I think sometimes they even kind of expect it. Another option is a closet. We have 2 closets in our master bedroom, a his and hers closet. My husband put a simple lock that he got from Amazon on the door of his closet. So now when we have home exchangers coming, we put some of my clothes and my underwear and jewelry and things I don't want other people around into his closet, and we lock it up, which also is nice because it makes a little more room in my closet for the guests. And that leads me to my second tip, which is consider where you might be able to leave a little bit of space for your guests to hang their clothes or put a few things away. This totally isn't required, but as someone who's done a lot of home exchanges and some extended ones, it's so much easier, especially if it's more than just a few nights, to have a couple of drawers and some hanging space in a closet. I also like to leave a drawer or 2 in the bathroom for our guests, for toothbrushes or whatever. And if you have a luggage rack, that's convenient too. Again, none of it necessary, but as you'll see when you start doing home exchanges, if you're not already, it's just a really nice detail to be able to come in and kind of put your stuff away. The next step goes without saying. You should definitely clean your house really well before an exchange. If you don't have time to clean it yourself, maybe because you're going on a trip as well, you might want to line up a house cleaner to come after you leave and before your guests arrive, just to make sure it's spotless and ready for guests. Another thing that's a good idea is just put away any clutter. If you have a ton of jars and stuff in the bathroom, or if you keep cereal boxes on your kitchen counter, just try and stash them somewhere if you can. Remember, one of the questions when guests leave a review is about cleanliness. So this could actually affect your ability to secure other exchanges down the road. So you want to make sure that you are leaving your house ready for guests and super clean. Also, back to the house cleaner really quickly. I like to schedule someone to come clean my house after the guests leave and before I get home, because the last thing I want to do when I get home from a trip is change the sheets on the bed and clean my house. I usually just want to chill and unpack 3 days later. My next tip, this one takes a little bit of time, but you do it once and you can use it forever. That's create house notes for your guests. The information I have on my house notes include how to get in when they arrive, where they can park their car or their rental car, Wi-Fi passwords, how to operate anything tricky in the house. Like for me, it's all the TV remotes we have. I also include the closest grocery store, my favorite restaurants, and some fun things to do. Contact information for me as well as for a neighbor in case they have any emergencies. I also leave departure instructions. I like guests to take the sheets off the bed and put sheets and towels in the laundry room. Make sure they don't leave dishes in the sink, and finally, take out the garbage. And I remind them to turn off the heater or air conditioner and to leave the keys on the counter when they go. Little things, but because it's not a hotel, you can ask them to do that, and usually people are more than willing to. Again, having a house guide takes a little bit of time, but it allows you to put all your notes and house rules in one place. You really just create it once, and then you can kind of fine tune it when necessary if you have things that change. My final tip is to communicate with your guests just before the exchange starts. Send them your house notes, get their arrival details. Make sure you tell them how to access your house if you're not going to be there. When I'm able to, I really like to meet the guests personally so I can show them around, show them where to take the garbage out and all those little details. It's nice too because usually by this point you've kind of gotten to know them through your planning. So it's great to just put a face to a guest and to welcome them yourselves. And my one bonus tip that I love when we go to someone else's house, leave your guests a little something for when they arrive. I like to leave a bottle of wine and a nice note. When we went to Paris last year, the homeowner left us a really cool Paris photo guide. And when we went to Ireland a few years before that, the homeowners totally stocked the refrigerator for us. I mean, we had cheese and crackers and wine, fresh fruit, cold drinks, which was really nice because it had been a long day of travel and we had no idea where to find a grocery store and we were hungry. So again, None of this is mandatory. It's just really a nice gesture and kind of a welcoming one for your guests. I hope that answers your questions and gives you some ideas before your first exchange. If you have questions about anything that I didn't cover, please drop them in the comments below. And if you're serious about home swapping, make sure you head over to HomeExchange.com. There's a link below for that as well, to set up your profile and start searching for your perfect exchange. And please take a minute to subscribe. I share honest home exchange tips with you every single week. I'm here for you. Happy vacation planning. See you next time.